ma'am.
Okay, then. So let's start with the session then. Okay, so in week one, this is just the basic thing of statistics. Okay, so basically, what is the statistics?
Study of data.
It is the study of data. So we have the first thing, which is statistics. Okay, it is the study of data. We are going to study the data. So basically, this thing is we are going to analyze the data, right? So in that thing and analyzing only, we have the subject called statistics, right? Okay. Now this statistic is we are having two branches, right? What are the two branches?
The description and descriptive and inferential.
We have a
Description and inference.
descriptive and inferential.
Inferential.
Okay. Okay. Now what is the difference between a descriptive and an inferential?
Descriptive is summarizing the data and analyzing the data, whereas inferential is drawing conclusions from the data.
Correct. So descriptive is basically we have a data. Okay. Let's suppose we are having a class data. Okay. And we have the roll numbers, we have their names and everything, their marks, their scores for maths, each and every subject. So when we are just describing that data, we are just summarizing that data. That is called descriptive statistics. Is it fine?
Yes,
We
ma'am.
are just summarizing it. Okay. We are
Yes,
just
yes.
summarizing that whole data. Okay. Then the next thing is we have an inferential statistics. Inferential statistic is basically we are concluding something. Okay. Inferential is we are concluding, or let's suppose we are analyzing something. So we have a data. Let's suppose I have a okay. So like we can take any data. So let's suppose we are taking the data of like the cricket one. Okay. So we are checking for the best batsman. Okay. So what we gonna do? We're gonna have all the like his run rate and everything, right? His batting average. Okay. So we have a data in which we have the run rates, we have the batting average and everything. And with that, we are gonna look at which is the best batsman for the future, right? If he is in the team, like in that way, we select the batsman. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ma'am.
So, so yeah. So basically, what we are doing, we are concluding. We are like analyzing for the future. Like if we are having some conclusion from the data, then it means that is an inferential statistics. Okay. And if we are just summarizing the whole data, like mean, median, and mode, we are just describing it. So that's why this is the descriptive statistics. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now we have the statistics. We have descriptive and inferential. So basically, this descriptive and inferential, we are just concluding, like in the sense we are saying that from the data, right? So this data is basically having two things. Okay. So it can have population, whether the data will be from a population or it can be from a sample, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Now, what is a population and a sample? Okay. So let's suppose I am having the whole uh, okay, this is like the population of one city. Okay, let's suppose we are checking the number of average salary in a household in a city. Okay, so population is let's suppose take the city as Gurgaon. Okay, we have a city as Gurgaon. So this is a population. So if we have to check the average income of a household, we will be taking one. Let's suppose we will be taking one sample, a small bit of sample, correct?
Yes,
A
ma'am.
subset of population. So what is a sample? This is my sample, which is a subset of population. And one thing is the sample should correctly represent the population, correct?
Correct.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Correct.
So that is a perfect sample. So always remember that if you are taking a subset of a population, that is the sample. And that sample should correctly represent my population because you are concluding, you are taking that data from the sample data only, you are concluding something about the population, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So that,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah. So this is a population and this is a sample. Population and sample is clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone
Yes,
having
ma'am.
any doubt till here?
No, no.
No.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, can
yeah.
you just get in detail of inferential?
Getting
Yes,
into
ma'am.
More examples.
I'm not clear with the inferential type thing.
inferential in the sense what is your doubt?
Inferential data,
Huh.
inferential
Uh,
statistics, more
uh,
examples of that.
Ma'am, I am getting the doubt like if we describe a data or summarize something, it's descriptive.
Correct.
But at the time we describe something, we are also getting the conclusion
We are not
from
getting
viewing
a
the data.
no. We are not getting any conclusion on anything. Okay. So I have a data in which I have the roll numbers. Okay. Then I have the names, and then I have some scores. Okay. So I am telling you to describe this data, right? So what you will be telling that this is the person. I have some scores and some average marks. I have a data in which I have average marks and everything. So I would just be saying that these are the average marks. These like this person has got the highest marks. This person has got this. So that is just describing the data, right? But inferential is basically what you are concluding about the future based on that data. You are concluding. You are like you're having some what do you call that uh you're analyzing
Overview,
something. Yeah, you're
predicting.
having some, yeah, you're predicting something. That's correct. You're predicting something. You're predicting about the future, right? So that's an inferential statistics. Now you got the difference. So basically in inferential you just have to remember that okay, in descriptive you can describe a data for a population and a sample both. Okay. But in inferential, what you do, you conclude about the population based on the sample. Now you got the difference between the inferential and the
Uh,
descriptive?
Ma'am, so is it like I am writing the scores of some few students and then I am concluding that the student getting uh, a better marks in this term is able to get better marks in next term also. So is it the prediction and the conclusion?
Oh,
Is
like
it the same thing? I mean, if someone asks me a question about the descriptive data and I give the conclusion, then it become inferential. Is it like?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. I think you are talking about just one individual, right? I think Swati means to say that that conclusion is up for the sample. Suppose the whole class and the average marks might be 50. So if we are seeing the history, past examples also, maybe we can conclude that okay, next exams also they can get 50 as average or maybe 55. So not just individual, maybe for a sample.
Okay,
Or
if it
how
is
about
Maybe
there's a
I'm
data
just
of several
maybe
years?
Swati can correct. Swati can correct me.
yeah, that is what. So if you have done the activity questions and everything, so you can see that, um, let me just see, is there any question on
I
the
mean
top?
that there was a question about the cricketers in the activity, but when I solved it, the descriptive data was said to be the inferential. And when I answered the inferential type, it become descriptive. So it is merely not clear to me.
Okay.
Like how we conclude something uh, by giving the
See,
description.
the main thing
Yeah.
is the main thing
So,
is
Swati,
yeah.
Only
hello.
question is
Yeah.
like summarization of data. I also solved it.
Yeah. So, Swati, the guy whoever spoke just before, he says yesterday, one of the person while solving the statistics practice questions, he
Mm.
said that descriptive will be the conclusion of the sample data, and then inferential will be the conclusion of the entire population. He said in the practice session. So is that a correct statement or it's wrong?
See, that's what I told you. Basically, descriptive is you are just describing the data that you have. What do you mean by data? Data is the table that you have, correct? You are just describing that table. That's a descriptive statistics, okay? And descriptive, so if I'm having a data, I can have a data of a population, I can have a data of a sample. So for both population and sample, I can have a descriptive statistic, okay? This thing is clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, second thing is inferential. Basically, inferential is we are concluding about the whole population. Okay. So if you are concluding something, you can't just conclude about the whole population. You can't calculate something because population is a very big quantity, right? So what do? We take a subset of that population. That is the sample. So with the sample, we have a data. In that data, we do something, we do some test and everything, and then we conclude about the population. So with the help of the sample, which is the correct representative of the population, we conclude about the population. That is an
Ma'am,
inferential statistics. Okay.
ma'am, I had one question. Ma'am, how can we conclude something about the population based on one single sample? Because there can be many samples in one population, and there can be many conclusions drawn from many different samples. Then how can we generalize from one single sample that the population will be this? How can we conclude?
See, that this is just a see. So in the question, you won't be see, this is just a question in like in activity questions or in practice assignments, you will just be taken only one sample and like we will be concluding something. It's just a question. But in general case, we take a lot of samples and then we conclude something about the population based on the samples that we have collected. Okay.
Okay, ma'am, understood.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So just don't go practically into that question. It's just a question. We can't just write that this sample, we got this conclusion, this sample. So, okay, we just took one sample. We got this conclusion about the population. So with the help of the sample, if we're getting some conclusion about the population, then that's an inferential statistic. So you have to read the question carefully, whether we have a taken sample, and with that sample, are we concluding something about the population? Then that's an inferential statistic. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Today, let's just go over, let's have an overview with everything. And like on Sunday, we will be solving some questions. So I guess you will like your doubts will be clear. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Is it fine? Okay. Okay. So can we continue? Okay. Where were we? We were, okay. So we have a descriptive in that for both population and sample, we can have a descriptive statistics. Okay. For inferential statistics, we conclude about the population with the help of sample only.
Sample.
Okay, this is the condition. Okay, here we are not concluding about the population or not a sample. So that's why we can have descriptive for both of the data. Okay, fine.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, now we
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
data. We have collected that data. Okay, so that data we can have like if we are collecting a data, we can have two types of data, right? What are the two types of data? We have, first thing is we have structured data,
Numerical, structured data, unstructured data.
Unstructured data.
unstructured data.
Categorical and structured. Numerical.
That are variables. Okay. Yeah, we
Yes,
will come
ma'am.
back to that. Yeah, we will come back to that. So we have a structured data, we have an unstructured data. What is a structured data? Structured data are the data in which we have the data in a tabular form, right? Like all the names, all the variables are in different columns so that we can distinguish between the numericals and between the numbers or the like the categorical variables, different type of variables we have, right? So we can like the text and the numbers, we can distinguish between them. So that's a structured data. And what is an unstructured data? Unstructured data are the data in which we can't, let's suppose I am like in a class, I am taking a data. So what I am doing, I am taking a name. Let's suppose I'm taking a name, Swati, and then I'm writing his score, 63, then 42, then like all the 4 subjects marks, I'm writing it. Okay. Then I am writing, let's suppose his, what we can say, let's suppose his caste, let's suppose we use category like general category or something, then we like these kind of data. So in this, we are not like, we are just separating the data, like it's not a relevant data, right? We are not like, we are not able to distinguish. So we can, okay, let's suppose I'm having this one data, then I'm having one another case, one other students, A, B, C, these kind of students, okay, and then I'm having all the data. So these are like the numbers and the variables, the categories, they are not distinguishable. That's why this is the unstructured data. And structured data is if I write these things in a tabular form, right? So that way I can distinguish the numbers. I can have different categories, like this is the name, this is the scores, and this is the category and everything. So that's a
in a more
structured data.
organized way.
In an
Right.
organized way. That's it. Okay. So that's the difference between a structured data and an unstructured data. Is it clear?
Yeah, pretty much
Yes,
clear.
ma'am.
Yes, yes. Yeah, it is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
This is
Have
clear,
I
right?
got a little silly mistake about this topic? Like activity questions, a lot of silly mistake
In
on this
which
topic.
topic?
What the structured and unstructured data? Like what are the main points to like keep in mind while solving like a question about image files, video files, email address?
Okay. See, the main difference is if you can just Gopal, can you just mute yourself?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So
हेलो
basically the
मैम, मुझे
difference.
डाउट है मैम.
हाँ.
हेलो मैम.
Yeah, just a second.
मैम
I'm
मुझे
just clearing the doubt that one person was asking something, right? Now only recent. Who is that guy who was doing some activity questions and he was having some doubt of structured and unstructured? Is he there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now is it clear or you want me to clear it?
Like ma'am, phone number, email address, image files.
Mm-hmm. See, if you're having, if you can just distinguish or organize that thing, okay, then that's a structured data. Okay, the thing is why you are organizing it so that you can do some mathematical operations or you can do something on that, right?
Yes,
Yes
ma'am.
or no? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you can do that thing, then that's a structured data. If you can't do anything on that, that's an unstructured data. Okay?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, but hello.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. But what is about the phone number? Is it structured or unstructured?
That is only a structure, like it's only a phone number, right? Nothing else
Yes,
is there, correct? So
ma'am.
that's a
Like
structured
also
data.
Gmail address, like they have also an systematic organization for email address also. Is it
See,
structured or not? Yeah.
see, if I'm having a data like this, let's suppose I'm the name of the customer, then I'm having the Gmail, okay, then I have the phone number.
Yeah, this is the total data available what we have in that particular scenario. All this comes under data only. If we organize that like name, Gmail, phone number, and his area and everything, whatever the fields available, whatever the data available, if we make it in an organized way for each and every particular thing, that is organized data. If we collect it in FSR way, that is inorganized data or unstructured data. That's very simple.
Okay, so that's same thing only. So if I write this name, so I'm having a name this, then I'm writing in comma, like some Gmail at the rate something Gmail, then I'm writing phone number. Okay, so I'm just writing it like this. So this is it a structured data? Can you do some anything, like can you conclude something, or so this is just only one case. I'm having different cases A, B, C, D. Okay, I'm having different kinds of numbers. I'm having different kinds of observations. So can you conclude anything from it? No, right? Because you're not able to see. So first here I'm having first Gmail and then number. Then here I can write the numbers first. Then I'm having the Gmail, right? So is this a structured data?
No,
No.
it's not
No,
structured.
right? So, but now what I do is, if I write this thing in a structure way, in the sense that I just divide
Correct.
all of the things, I categorize it. The first, in the name column, I am having only the names. Okay. The first thing is
Right.
A, B, C, D. In this Gmail column, I am having only the Gmail. That's it. Okay. And in the number column, I am having only the numbers. You got my point? So is this a
Yeah,
structured data?
it's structured.
Yes,
This is
We have
it is
structured.
structured.
divided, right? So,
Yes,
okay,
yes.
so now you can differentiate between the things, right? So for A, I have the Gmail this and phone number this. And for B, I have the Gmail, I have the phone number. So you can distinguish between things, right? So that's a structured data. The main thing is you have to like it's organized way. You can like you can see and tell something. You can summarize the thing. That's the main thing. Okay. Now is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can
So,
we move?
ma'am,
Actually, I have a doubt. Sorry, please.
Yeah.
web page and pin code is also structured data, right?
Is it in a if it's in an organized manner?
Okay,
See,
ma'am.
we can have different types of columns. We can have a pin code column. We can have a Gmail column. We can have different kinds of columns. Okay. But if it's in a different column, we can categorize, distinguish between the different categories, then that's a structured data. If you're not able to distinguish, then that's not a structured data. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah, so when you said that we need to divide the data in a tabular form, for example, in the example that you have shown on screen, name, Gmail, and phone number, right? So they have been divided into separate sections via the a tabular form. But if we consider forms like comma separated values or row delimiters, are they also considered a part of structured data?
Yeah,
Like
same
how?
question.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Once again. How?
Yeah, so for example, name, Gmail, and phone number, instead of dividing it into tabular forms, I use a comma or semicolon to separate data. So, for example, I write A, semicolon the email ID, and semicolon the phone number. So, I don't have any tabular form, but I have separated it based on a semicolon or a comma. Would it be classified as a structured data or unstructured data?
So you are having
I think it could be a
It will
structured
be
data, ma'am.
semi-structured.
Okay. But eventually, if I see the format, I could make
Yeah,
sense of.
it's also a
Yeah,
structured only.
actually,
For a structured
actually, if
data, it is not
yes,
mandatory. A tabular form has to be maintained. Maintaining a tabular form doesn't mean that it is a structured. The order what we are maintaining, the guy Alok Tripathi or somebody now telling that if he is separating, for example, A separated with a semicolon and Gmail separated with a semicolon, next the phone number. Like that, each and every column or every row it will come, it will be in a structured form only. By seeing that, we can able to conclude that what exactly we want. That is also a structured form only. Tabular form is not, I think it's not mandatory. To prove it, the data is a structured data.
Okay.
Am I right, Swati ma'am?
yes, yes. So see, generally what if you're collecting a data, we just organize in a table form, correct? Because that for us, that's a simple thing. Yes or no?
Yes, yes. To
So
look more
more
conveniently, generally we
convenient.
maintain a tabular form.
Correct, that's what.
So web
So
page
if
and
you are maintaining the
unstructured
whole
data.
data, if you're maintaining the whole thing, like the name, the Gmail, the phone number in a semicolon, and your whole data, whole cases are in that form, in a structured form, then that's fine. But if you're having for one row you are having name, Gmail, phone, and the next you are having name, phone, Gmail like that, then that's not a structure thing. So basically,
Right.
in one column you should have a one type of variable. In the second column you should have a second type that type of variable only, the constant thing. That's it. Okay,
Okay.
it should be same for the whole column.
Yeah,
That's it.
thank you.
Okay, yeah. Now is it fine? Structured and unstructured, is it fine?
So my web page is
Yes, ma'am, it is.
unstructured.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Now, so okay, let's now in this structure and this tabular form only, we have two types of things. We have a variable and we have a case. Okay,
So ma'am,
what are these? So variables are, okay, just a second, let me just complete it and then I will come back. Okay. Okay, so we have a variable and we have a cases. What are variable and cases? So I'm having these columns, right? Name, Gmail, phone number. Then I'm having, let's suppose I'm having uh, scores of the students. Then I'm having their categories. Okay, this is my table. Now, what are variables? Variables are basically my name, Gmail, phone number, scores, and category. Variable means that are varying, right? So in the name, we have different kind of variables, right? A, B, C, D. For the Gmail, we are having different kinds of Gmail IDs, right? Yet this is having some other Gmail ID, this is having some other Gmail ID, like that. Phone numbers, we are having different kind of phone numbers. We are having different kinds of scores like 5, 4, 3, 6, 8. So we are having different kinds of scores. We are having different kind of categories. So variable is basically which is varying. So all the columns are basically my variables. Now variable is done. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Variable is clear. Okay. Now let's come the cases. What are the cases? Cases are basically my like the unique rows. Okay. So if you see here, unique attributes in the sense like for the A student, I'm observing like I'm collecting the data, right? So for the for A, I'm having a Gmail ID, I'm having a phone number, I'm having scores, and I'm in category. So case is basically what it should be a unique thing. So let's suppose here I am having a one more thing, which is a roll number. Fine. I'm having different kind. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now this roll number is also a variable. Now, what is the case? My case are 1, 2. Case is basically, okay, let's suppose if I'm having a name here. So in place of A, B, C, D, let's write it like Swati, Bharti, Prerna, and I'm having other name as this. So if I want, like, okay, I am asking you, I need the details of Swati, right? So I can have different, I have two data, right? For this who is having a roll number 1, and the second, which is who is having a roll number 4. Okay. But so here I'm having two data, right? So in particular, if I need any data, what I would be saying, I will be saying that for for roll number 4, I need the data. So I will be looking for this data. Yes? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Particular.
So case are that thing which is a unique. It should be unique. So in this name this variable, this column, in this column, the name was not unique, right? Because I'm having two kinds of variables here. One is this and one is this, right? But in the roll number, if you see, we are having a unique data, correct? We are having unique observation. So with the help of roll numbers, I can just find out the observation, a particular observation. So basically cases are the unique data for which we are calculating, we are observing things. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a doubt. What if there is no unique observation in cases? Like if I get a data only with the name, score, age, and if there is any multiple of these name
See,
and
you will
score,
be
age.
having one column in which you are having one uh, like uh, like a column in which you are having unique cases. Okay, so you will be having a data, that kind of data. Of course,
Yeah, Swati ma'am, just a small doubt. In the same what the variables you have taken in the columns as name, Gmail ID, phone number, scores, categories, and everything you have taken. My one more column is arising the data of particular city. Like all the students are belongs to Chennai. So my city will be Chennai for all the people. My Chennai city, what the city is a variable there?
like
City variable?
then that's not then that won't be a variable then, because the
It would be
like
considered as a constant.
constant, or
No,
you can say
no. If a
not a
new entry
constant.
comes, they may have another city. So it's a
Here
variable.
is a variable.
See, sorry,
The
Swati ma'am.
nature of that city is variable, right?
Yeah, nature of the city is variable, but here I am getting the details of the particular students from Chennai who joined IIT Madras for BSc program. I am collecting the data of Chennai, but the name is a variable, Gmail is a variable, phone number is variable, and everything is variable. But what about the city? City is constant for all these people, but that can be considered that as per the data rules, is it a variable, ma'am? Is it a variable or not?
I don't think so, ma'am.
It's a variable, sir.
No.
I
If
don't
you
think so,
are
ma'am.
clear about taking only the people from Chennai, then there is no use of Chennai column, city column there.
No,
You
but
already
we,
Then
have
it
we
is
know that
It
then
does not
then the
become a
Chennai is
case.
no,
already
no, no.
then
In
the
that case, it
Chennai is
doesn't become
already a
a case.
part of your study, na. Then why do you want to consider it as a variable?
No, take it some other city. But I
And
want
if
to
you are
know who are
taking
the people.
some other city, then you can take it as a variable. But if the city is same and you are already like you are already determined that you will take only Chennai people, then it is useless to take
But I
city
know,
as
I
a
See,
know,
variable.
I know, I know
one
it is
second, one
Chennai.
Yeah,
second.
I agree. I
But
agree.
how other people know that it is a Chennai people? I know it
You
is
will
a
write
Chennai.
One
the
That
second.
title
collecting the
as
Bro,
data.
you will
Trumurti, it
name
is
your
a
table.
Okay,
population.
You will name your
okay,
table,
okay.
bro.
Silence.
You
Okay,
will name
just a
your
second.
table. Simple.
See, okay, the main
It
thing
is
is
fixed variable.
okay, just a second. The main thing is the main difference is in a variable and variable means it should vary. Okay, so if that city thing is not varying in like you are having 50 unit in the sense you are having 50 data, 1, 2, 3, like 50 data, and in that 50 data you are having whole Chennai. Okay, then that column is not a variable. Okay, that's it. Is it
Uh,
fine?
Ma'am, I again have an issue. So, for
Mm.
example, we have a population where the data set is for entire country, let's say India, and
Mhm.
only I take a sample for the same example in
Hello.
Chennai. In that
Mhm.
case, the column would be a variable if I consider only sample. The city column would be a variable or a
No,
constant.
but you are just taking the city will be same for each of the units, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
So that is not a variable. Variable means that column should vary. All the units should vary. That's the
Swati, it
difference.
will act as unique identifier, what you were talking about.
That won't be a unique identifier, right? So if I'm saying that I want the data of a person who lives in Chennai, so you will be giving me the whole 50 data, right? Yes or no? So unique data in the sense that I want a particular unit. So I am talking about I need the data of Bharti. So in that core thing, let's suppose I'm having a different name here. Uh, let's suppose
Does the
I'm
case
having
have a unit?
sorry.
Still confusion is, I mean, that prevailing over that particular column, like which is not varying. Whether it is concludedly non-variable or a variable, it is in somewhat.
It's not a variable. That's it. It's just a
Okay,
it's
okay,
just
fine.
it's not a variable. The city is not a variable. So you will be having a roll number as a variable. You are having a Gmail as a variable, phone number, scores, and categories as a variable, and that city will not be a variable because it's not varying. Okay, but uh, but I think it's not a variable. But I'll just search on it. Okay, and in the next lecture I will be.
But
Ma'am, is
if
it
that
Ma'am,
different
but
than
what
In
if
question,
here
in
the
one
population
question,
is
we
second,
are
one
country?
second,
mentioning.
one second. If the scores you are taken, ma'am, Swati, ma'am, you are taken the scores. There is a possibility that the students almost you have taken some 50 students as your category. There is a possibility that everyone has got 5 out of 5 grade. All the 50 students got 5 in the score. Then can you tell that scores also not variable over there? The
It's not
scores
varying. Like
column is
each and
also
every
not a
score
variable.
is same. Each and every score is same.
Yeah, I'm
All the
telling the same
50
case.
units.
Everyone has got good marks. Everyone got 5 out of 5 grade.
So that
So
is not
all
a
the
variable, no?
people will have a 5. Then
Yeah.
can you tell that scores
But
also
ma'am, here
not
it would be
variable?
considered as a constant because in the recorded lecture that was given on the dashboard, there Usha ma'am told that if the values are not varying and it is same for throughout the column, then it would be considered as a constant, whether it is
No,
a numerical, whether it is a
gentlemen,
categorical.
here the scores is a variable only. But here the scores is a variable only. But fortunately, all the students got good marks and everyone got. Take it as a case. Take it as a case. It is a possibility. If we get all the students the same marks, 5 out of 5 grade, then can automatically that scores will be considered as a non-variable? It is a variable only, but the thing is that it is not varying, but all the students are getting 5 out of 5. All the students have the same score. it implies that it is a non-variable. I
Yes,
think
If I
so.
can come
Mr.
in,
Trimurti, Mr. Trimurti,
Yeah,
when you said that you want to collect the data of Chennai people only, then you are already determined, na, that you are taking only Chennai people. You already defined your city in your problem, in your or the objective of data collection.
Yes,
That is
Kanika.
what,
Yes.
yes,
think
that
I
is
know
what
that.
we are trying to tell.
I know that the data is not for myself. The data is what we are preparing for. I'm working for some particular company. They asked me to prepare the data of Chennai. Then Chennai will be available. Chennai column is present. It doesn't mean that I know that. Everyone has to know that this is the data of the Chennai. And at the same time, if that has
As per
been
the need.
concluded,
Ma'am,
But
this is just a waste of time, ma'am. I really.
Yes, ma'am, I agree with
But
this.
isn't Chennai a fixed variable? When we can't change some
This is such a
variable for a
simple
long
what
topic,
time.
I
then
ma'am.
understand
For
is
if
example,
that
you are,
5-year-old will
in
understand.
this
I will
particular
He is
example,
taking
Chennai is
1
a
hour
coincidence
completely
that
for this
you,
thing.
all students are
no,
from
you are
Chennai.
just
By
confused
So
in
default
that
post
shows all the
variable and
content,
change
ma'am.
variable.
is a variable, but only thing is that it's a coincidence. As so, it is a variable. End of the day, I think we should just
right.
move
yes,
on
sir.
to the next.
That is what I am trying to say. If you are given a task that to collect the data of Chennai people, then you are already given the city, na. Then
Yeah,
you
it's a
don't need to
variable
go
only.
for
Correct.
other
Okay.
It's a
cities.
That's
variable
right.
only.
Okay, that's it. Okay, that's fine. So this is the conclusion. So variable, the main thing is if your column is varying, that's a variable. If it's not varying, that's a constant. That's it. Final. And what
Okay.
is the case? Case is a thing in which it is a unit for which you are collecting the data and it should be unique. Okay, so here in this case, roll number is a unique thing, which each and every unit is being represented by a roll number. Okay, so that's a case. Okay, so here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are cases. Roll number, name, Gmail, phone number, scores, these are my variables. Fine. Till here, is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yes,
what
sir.
about the names? Each particular
Yes,
name, would that
ma'am.
also
Yes,
be
ma'am.
considered as a case?
So here, if I'm having, the main thing is, I told you, right? The whole thing should be unique. Okay, so I'm having same names, right? So this is not a unique. These are not cases. My 1, 2, 3, 4. These are my cases. Roll number, name, Gmail are my variables. Fine.
Ma'am, what if a data having two unique, like two variables having the same unique values then?
Here we already have.
It will not affect.
Okay. Now can we just move forward now?
Yes, please.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am,
Yes,
please.
okay.
What
Now
about
we have,
observation?
sorry,
Observation.
observation.
So cases and observation are same, or there is a difference?
Yes, they are same.
Observation.
The
Uh,
each observation must have a column.
No, we must have
Observation and cases are same.
observations are
Both
same.
observation and case are same.
Observation and cases are the same.
And both are same.
Same things.
Each
if
students
there
are
is
cases,
a
na?
Okay. Now we have a data. So in this data, so these are my data. We have collected this data. We have the name, Gmail, phone number, stores, and everything. Now in this data, if you see, we have different kinds of variables, right? We have like the same like name variable. Then we have a Gmail. Then we have in number form. We have in qualitative forms and everything. So in a data, we can have two types of variables. The first thing is we can have a categorical variable. Okay, and we can have a numerical variable. Okay, so the main difference between a categorical and numerical is category is basically the qualitative data, correct?
correct.
Okay,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
numerical is quantitative data.
Yes.
Okay, quantitative. So if I'm having a numerical data, I can I can do any arithmetic operations in that, correct? And qualitative data, we can't do any arithmetic operations in that. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So basically,
Yes, ma'am.
categories is like I'm having a name. So these are my categorical variables, right? I'm having categories here. I can have female, I can have male and female and everything. So that is my categorical. I'm just identifying a group. So that's a categorical. And numerical is I'm having the numbers. So I'm having I'm having scores here and everything. Uh, so the scores, and let's suppose what else? Like the
Foundation for math.
foundation scores or the G assignment scores or anything you're calculating something, right? The quantitative data for which you can do some arithmetic operations in that. That's my numerical variable. Is it fine?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the second thing is if we are collecting that data, we can have two types of data. We can have a cross-sectional data and a time series data. What's the difference between a cross-sectional and a time series data?
Cross-sectional is period between certain period, and time series is
Cross-sectional
Cross-section
at a
would be a
particular time.
randomly
Over the
assimilated
time.
data,
Cross-sectional is at
not
a
Time
necessarily
time.
series
between a
is
time
over the
interval.
time the data is changing, and cross-sectional is a point of the time.
Variables are
point
changing
to
at a
point
Suppose I'm
data.
particular
having a
time.
Data absorbed at the same time.
Data observed at the same time.
Snapshot of data.
So basically, what is my cross-sectional data? Cross-sectional data is that data which it captures the data at a single point of time across a multiple subjects. Okay, so I'm having a single point of time here, and we have multiple subjects here. Okay, so let's suppose I'm calculating the sales revenue of different companies. Okay, so I'm having different companies like A, B, C, D, and E for a year 2024. So I'm having only single point of time. Okay, let's suppose for a month, January 2024. I'm having single point of time, and I'm having different subjects, different variables. So that is the cross-sectional data. Okay, and we have a time series data. It is a data in which we capture the data for over a time. Over a period of time, and here we are having only one variable for one subject. Okay, so I'm calculating, let's suppose I'm calculating the monthly sales revenue, okay, from January to December of 2025. So I'm having different period of time. Over a period of time, I'm just calculating what the sales revenue, monthly sales revenue. So I'm having only single variable, and I'm having different time periods. Right? That's the
Swati,
difference.
sorry, Swati.
Yes.
I have a doubt that related to time series data, but you said data structures, right? Is that different from what we read like linked list, single, double linked list, or that is different, right? Structured data, is that the same?
What is that?
We
That's
have
related to
data
computer
structures,
programming.
right? Yeah, data
Let
structures
them
in
finish first.
programming.
Let them finish first. Let them.
No. I'm just asking. Is you said about structured data, right? Is the structured data same as the data structures, whatever we refer in programming languages?
No, that's a different thing, no?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a different. We are just talking about the data that you are collecting.
Okay.
So if you are collecting a data, you can have a data of a single point of time. You can have a multiple over a period of you're collecting for over a period of time. In that data, you can have time series data or cross-sectional data. Now in that data, you can have a categorical variables. You can have numerical variables, and we have variables. And so we are just studying about the data. What are the things that are there in a data?
Okay. Please go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
that is the difference.
ma'am, so we can say in cross-sectional data, the uh, time is a case. We can say that
Time is a
case.
because for different point of time, you are collecting the data.
And in time series data, it is a variable, right? Because January to December. Because
I couldn't get
Uh,
it.
Ma'am, I also have a doubt about this case. Is time a case or the whole row will be considered a case?
Case is a case is basically for a unit of which case is a unit for which you are collecting a data. Okay. So here I am collecting a data for roll number 1. I'm collecting a data for roll number 2. I'm collecting a data for roll number 3. I'm collecting a data for roll number 4. Right? So if I'm collecting
Meaning
a data,
roll number will be a case, not
are
the
cases.
whole row.
No, no.
Another case is a unique thing which identify a record. Suppose that जो जिसके लिए कलेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि रोल नंबर के नीचे जो यूनिक आइडेंटिटी है उसके जो जितने भी रिकॉर्ड होंगे हमारा जो रोल नंबर है वो केस कहलाएगा और ऊपर के जो सारे हैं वो वेरिएबल कहलाएंगे नेम है जीमेल है फोन नंबर है स्कोर है और बाकी के जो रिकॉर्ड है उन्हें सिर्फ रिकॉर्ड कहेंगे बाकी कुछ नहीं कहेंगे
Or will roll
Each
number be
observation
considered
must have
as
its
variable?
own row. So,
Ma'am, like you said, data can be cross-sectional or time series. That is reference to a case. Is that right?
Yeah, one second, what?
Ma'am,
It's not necessary that we're identifying only cross-sectional data as case, correct? It could be either.
You're saying the cross section, the time is the case. You're saying that. I couldn't get your question.
Previously, there was a question.
Ma'am, so can I
Somebody just
summarize
asked
it?
regarding case, and they were referencing that to the cross-sectional.
Ma'am,
That's not right.
ma'am, in cross-sectional data, time is a case, whereas in time series data, time is a variable. Ma'am?
For cross-sectional?
Yes, ma'am. Can let me repeat. For cross-sectional data, time is a case, whereas for time series data, time is a variable.
For cross-sectional, how time is a case?
Because we have a single particular time where we are analyzing those datas. Whereas for time series, we are including the particular month or whatever we are analyzing.
So we have just only one particular time, right? And for that one particular time, we are calculating the whole thing. Like let's suppose I'm calculating the revenue of different companies. So I'm having different variables, but I'm having one particular time, correct? But in time series data, I'm having different type of time. I'm having for January, February, March, and everything. And I'm having only one variable, which is the sales variable. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So here this thing, this January thing, it's only one time, right? So it's a constant for every.
Yeah, can we consider it as a case?
See, the main thing is all the columns are your variables and all the rows are your cases. Okay, and in that row, the which you have a unique cases that unique data that is a case. Okay. See,
Understood.
here, understood, right? So here, if I'm denoting any data, so I would be denoting it with roll number 1, 2, 3, and 4, not with the name, because I'm having two different type of person who are having the same name. Okay, so you just have to consider that just have to consider which data is unique, and that is my cases. Okay, which column is unique, that is my cases. Okay.
Ma'am, so I
Ma'am, one more
time
question.
is a case. Ma'am, but time is not a case, right?
Time is not the case. If it's a unique thing, then it can be a case. But
yeah, it is unique, madam. January 2025 for
at a
all the
particular
A, B,
time
C,
we are
D,
studying
E.
about something else. So whatever thing about what we are studying, that is the case, na?
So if you are commenting on multiple objects for a certain time frame, then I think it could be a case, right? Like let's say it's at 10 a.m. we are studying the temperature humidity of that particular time. So we can consider it as a case, and for that time frame we are considering its humidity, temperature, and all those.
Ma'am, if we are studying about time, then time would be case. But if we are studying about something else at a particular time, then in that case, time is not a case, I think.
See,
Hello.
don't confuse too much for yourself. Okay, the main, if you just do the questions, just don't
Ma'am,
confuse it. Okay, main thing is if it's a unique thing, that's the case. Just by seeing the table and everything, you will get to know what is the case and what is the table. Okay, just don't think too much. Okay,
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am.
yeah,
ma'am, will this session be recorded?
yes,
मैम
Okay.
अगर हमारे अगर हम टाइम मतलब पर्टिकुलर टाइम पर जैसे 9 बजे 9:30 बजे ऐसे रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हैं और हमारे पास बहुत सारे वेरिएबल्स भी हैं मतलब बहुत सारे जैसे कंपनी का डाटा है हमें बहुत सारा एक ही हर टाइम कलेक्ट करना है और ओवर द टाइम पीरियड कलेक्ट करना है तब वो टाइम सीरीज होगा या क्रॉस सेक्शन होगा
अलग अलग टाइम पे तुम कलेक्ट कर रहे हो ना।
अलग
Ma'am,
अलग टाइम पे और बहुत सारा वेरिएबल्स भी है मतलब बहुत सारे डाटा भी है
ये डिपेंड करता है कि डेटा कौन सा लिया जा रहा है किस फ्रेम का डेटा लिया जा रहा है अगर किसी
ma'am,
पर्टिकुलर एरिया का डेटा ले रहे
time
हो तो
series
फिर वो क्रॉस
होगा तो
सेक्शनल नहीं
time
होगा
series होगा.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am, can you please revise all the topic first and then take that out?
that's right. So
Yes,
let's
ma'am. Please
continue.
mute that.
Okay, then let's continue. So
Yeah,
this is a
please go
time
ahead with
series. Sorry.
Please go
Hello,
ahead.
ma'am.
Yeah. The next thing is
Ma'am,
we have
actually,
the
I have
last
one
topic.
doubt.
Okay, just let me just finish it. It's just the last topic. Then we
Okay, ma'am.
I'll take your doubts. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Please continue.
So one last topic is scale of measurement. What are the scales of measurement?
Nominal scale, interval
Nominal,
scale,
ordinal,
Ordinal
ratio,
scale,
interval.
ratio scale,
ratio
level
scale.
scale.
Okay. So first we have a nominal scale of measurement. What is a nominal scale of measurement? Nominal scale of measurement are that measurement in which you are just labeling a data. Correct? You can have like
Any
female,
order.
male, or you can have the names of the students, right? So these are you're just
Gender.
labeling the data. Your ID, the thing that you are
Boards
using to
also.
identifying the observation, the characteristics. Okay, that is a nominal scale of measurement, right? So you can have name, female, male, the genders you can say, or you can have the blood group and everything. So these are my nominal scale of measurements. Okay, nominal
ma'am.
scale is fine. Then we
Yes,
have an
ma'am.
ordinal scale.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
What is
ma'am.
an ordinal
Yes,
scale?
ma'am.
Ordinal
It
scale
Ma'am,
has a
ranking as
particular
well as
order.
rating, that is considered
Levels
as
of
ordinal scale.
scales.
Yeah, in which we have some order, right? So if I'm having like good, then we have um, average,
Excellent.
bad, average, good, and excellent. Okay. So now here my bad is the lowest thing and my excellent is the highest, right? So this is following some order. So what is an ordinal scale of measurement in which my data is following some orders, right? So if I'm having bad, average, good, excellent. I can also represent this bad average with the numbers as well. So I'm representing bad as 1, 2, 3, 4. So now here if you see that these 1, 2, 3, and 4, these are not numerical. These are just representing my orders in a numerical form, in a number. We are just labeling it with the numbers. So my 1, 2, 3, 4 are not numerical. These are categorical. And in categorical, we have this, these are as an ordinal scale. Okay. Similarly, I can also label my nominal scale. Okay, so basically if I say that female will be labeled as 1 and male as 0. Okay, so now here I can label it. So nominal and ordinal, they can be labeled, okay, with the numbers. Is it fine?
yes ma'am
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay,
yes
now
ma'am
one
Ma'am, game
question.
levels are the examples of ordinal scales.
what?
Games level are the example of ordinal scales.
What is the game's level?
For
Ma'am,
example,
roll number scale only.
Example for ordinal scale, ma'am. Games level, first level, second level,
Ma'am,
third level. That is ordinal
Okay,
level scale.
okay, let's complete this.
Ma'am, like
Uh,
different posts given in the army can be considered, can be too also considered as the ordinal scale.
yeah, that is an ordinal scale because they are in order, right? They have some
Roll
order.
numbers are also ordinal scale.
No,
Yes.
no.
There are one doubt, ma'am.
Okay,
Pin
then
code is a nominal scale. Pin code. Pin code number
okay,
nominal scale.
we will come to that. Let's complete this thing. We have only two things are left, which is an interval scale. What is an interval scale?
It has a particular interval between all the levels.
Yeah, so basically
Ma'am,
it
no
will be an
absolute.
order scale. It will be following the ordinal scale of measurement properties. Okay, but the main thing is if I'm having, let's suppose,
And it must not
1,
be 0.
2, 3, 4. Okay, these are my some odd something. Okay, so this 1 and 2, the difference between the two numbers will be having like the difference between 1 and 2 is 1, 2 and 3 is also 1, and 3 and 4 is 1. So the difference between these intervals will be having some fixed quantity, fixed unit. Okay, so that is my interval scale of measurement. Fine.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, the
So
interval
next,
can be fixed or the interval can be variable.
sorry.
Means that between two components, the interval will be fixed or it can be variable. For example, here between 1 and 2 interval is of 1 and between 2 and 3 interval is of 1. Can it be variable? Like we can take 1, 2, 4.
No, the main thing is the difference between the intervals should be fixed. It should be a fixed unit of measure. That's it. Okay, then that's an interval scale of measurement. And the second point is it should have a
Arbitrary 0.
No absolute 0.
correct. It should have no absolute zero. What do you mean by no absolute zero?
Means that 0 should not make sense
Should not have
of
a
a
zero.
0.
No, here zero makes sense. So let's
Ah.
suppose
So
I'm having a
reference
temperature,
value.
degree Celsius. Okay, so 0 degree Celsius. This zero is basically, if I say zero, zero means nothing, right? But here 0 degree Celsius in the sense this is the
The
freezing point.
minimum temperature.
Freezing point of water.
Correct?
Freezing
This is
point.
the freezing point. This zero means something. It identifies something about the temperature, right? So now
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
a no absolute zero. Okay. Now we have a ratio scale. What is a ratio scale in which
All arithmetic operations are possible.
And
main thing is
have
that
the
the
0.
ratios between the two numbers are meaningful.
Yes.
Operation at all arithmetics.
Also, there is absolute zero.
And there is an absolute zero.
Zero has no meaning.
There is an absolute zero means the zero denotes the absence of something. Okay, like we have weight, we have the height and everything. That means, like if I'm having zero weight, that means the person is not there. Zero means absence, right? So in suppose I'm having 0 degree Celsius, can I say 0 Kelvin? Is this a ratio scale or interval scale?
This is a
Yes.
ratio scale.
Yes.
This is a ratio scale because 0 Kelvin is basically what? There is no temperature, nothing is there. Okay, no thermal energy is there.
Getting 0 marks in particular assignment is a ratio scale.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes.
but in Kelvin scale, are
Yeah.
ratios possible like
Yes,
27 Kelvin by 127 Kelvin?
Yeah, it's possible.
Yes, it is possible.
yes.
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Celsius and Fahrenheit, you can,
मैम मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेशन कौन कौन सा हो और किन के
so basically, see, here no absolute zero is there. That means zero makes sense here. So that's why we can have only addition and subtraction here. Okay, we can't have multiplication and division. But in ratio scale, zero means absence. So we can have addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. All of the arithmetic operations. Okay, so we
मैम
have this
इंटरवल में हम सब्ट्रैक्शन करते हैं तो फिर उसका वैल्यू जीरो आता है फिर उसका मीनिंग क्या है
that is the thing, like, so if you want to convert an interval scale into a ratio scale, you subtract.
Ratio scale can be interval scale.
No. Ratio scale can be an interval scale.
As
No.
three
Yes, ma'am.
operations are
Yes, ma'am.
already
It
done
is
in
all
ratio.
properties come.
See, but
No, ma'am, we can't say that a ratio scale can be converted into a measurement scale.
Ma'am,
Pin code is a normal scale, ma'am. Pin code.
okay, just a second. Let me just complete it, then I'll take your doubts. Okay. So we had these scales of measurement. We have the nominal scale, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Okay. Now this nominal and ordinal is basically for what variable? These are for categorical variables. Okay. And these interval scale and ratio scales are for which variables?
Numerical.
These are for
Numerical.
numerical variables. Okay, so you have to remember this. The main difference between interval and ratio scale is that the interval scale does not have an absolute zero and ratio scale have an absolute zero. An absolute zero means that zero, what that
Does not
zero
make any
represents
sense.
some
Zero
absence of
means
that
nothing.
quantity. Zero
Yeah.
means nothing, and no absolute zero means that zero is denoting something. Okay,
Yeah.
एक और
is that
difference
fine?
रहता है
Yes, ma'am.
Can you
Yes,
just
ma'am.
give an
equal
example of a
interval का.
ratio scale,
Yes,
please?
ma'am.
Sorry,
मैम एक और
somebody said
डिफरेंस
something.
है कैटेगरिकल और न्यूमेरिकल में. मैम इक्वल इंटरवल
Madam,
का.
give example for ratio scale, ma'am.
क्या?
मैम
Give
नॉमिनल
example
मैम
for
कैटेगरिकल डेटा में और न्यूमेरिकल डेटा में एक ये इक्वल इंटरवल का डिफरेंस है.
Numerical और categorical में equal interval का क्या difference?
मैम कहने का मतलब मेरे नॉमिनल और ऑर्डिनल में इक्वल इंटरवल नहीं होते हैं और इंटरवल और रेशियो में इक्वल इंटरवल होते हैं.
Nominal or ordinal are categorical variable. It is a qualitative variable.
Okay, so let's revise the whole thing once again in a like speedily. Okay, let's do one thing. Shall we? Till here, anything? Anyone having
No,
issues
ma'am,
or
no.
anything in the
Can
scales
you
of
just give an
measurement?
example of a ratio scale?
See, ratio scales you can have like the height of a person, right? Or let's suppose the age of a person. So whenever you say that my mom is like 3 times of my age, you say that, right? So that's a ratio scale of measurement. But in the case of temperature and everything, you can't just say that the like the the 40 degree is twice of 20 degrees, right? Because the temperature of 20 degrees and 40 degrees, you can't just say that it's twice hot as
It means, ma'am, comparison can be made in ratio scale, no? Not
correct.
in
The
interval.
comparison can
Not
be
in
made, but
interval.
correct. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Like in ratio scale, does the interval is same? Like as in interval scale, we can check that the changes between the two variable, like one and two, the difference is one. But is it necessary for the ratio scale as well?
The difference between the two is one.
One and two, like two minus one is one. So like the same way, it is necessary for the ratio scale.
He's asking in a ratio scale, is it necessary that it has to have the same ratio between different datas?
No. It should not have. Like the ratios should be meaningful. Like it should be twice of that, thrice of that, something. It should be a meaningful thing like that. But in
Okay,
interval,
ma'am.
the ratios are not meaningful. You can't just say that two is twice of one or three is twice of that something. You can't just say like that, right? So that's an interval. Interval is a different thing and ratio is a different thing. In interval, the ratio is not meaningful, but in ratio scale, ratios are meaningful.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Can we change ratio scale to interval scale?
Ratio scale to interval scale. No, we can't add it.
Ma'am, can the difference of the ratio scale in an ascending order or can be in descending order?
Sorry, what?
Can the order of the ratio scale in ascending or can be in descending?
Order of the ratio scale.
Yes, ma'am. Like, ma'am, interval the difference is same, like in 1 to 2 or 2 to 3, but in ratio it can be 2, 4, 6, 8, something like that. It can be.
It can be, yeah. 2, 4, 6, 8. You can have 2, 4, 6, 8. Something, yeah, you can have.
Yes, ma'am. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. So this was the last thing. Okay. So here, so overall, what we learned what is a descriptive statistic, what is an inferential statistics. Descriptive is basically you're just summarizing the data. Inferential is you're concluding, you're predicting about the population with the help of a sample. And population is what? The whole group of data. And from that population, you're just taking a subset. And that subset is what you know, what is called as a sample. Okay. And for descriptive statistics, like for both population and sample, you can have descriptive statistics, but you can only have the inferential statistics for the sample with like you in inferential statistics, you can only conclude about the population with the help of the sample. Okay. Now, in the data that you are collecting, you can have two types of data. We can have a structured data, can have unstructured data. What is a structured data? Which is in an organized manner. Okay, and unstructured is basically what? Which is not in organized manner. Okay. Now, the data that you are collecting, it can be like, it can have two things. It can have a variable, it can have a case. Okay. And what are variables? Variables are basically my columns. Okay. This roll number, this name, Gmail, phone number, scores and category. These are my variables. Okay. Variable in the sense my each and every that in that column, it should vary. Okay. And what is the case? Case is basically my rows, the unique identity. Okay. So its cases are the unit of the data for which we are collecting uh, the unit for which we are collecting the data. Okay. So that is my cases. Now, the data that we are collecting, we can have two types of variables in that. We can have a categorical data. We can have a numerical variable. Okay. Now, this categorical is variable. What are the categorical variables? Which are the qualitative. And numerical is basically my quantitative. Okay. So main difference is in numerical, we can do the arithmetic operation, but in categorical, we can't do any arithmetic operations. Okay. Now, the data that you are collecting are of two types of data. You can have a cross-sectional data and you can have a time series data. What is the cross-sectional data? The data which you are collecting for a single point of time and in which I am having for multiple subjects or multiple variables. Okay. And time series is basically you're collecting a data over a period of time for one variable. Okay. So that's the difference between a cross-section and a time series data. Okay. Now, we have a scales of measurement. What are the scales of measurement? We have four scales of measurement, which is the nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Nominal is basically you're just labeling the data. You are just labeling the units. Okay. We can have gender, we can have names, we can have blood groups and everything. Okay. And ordinal is basically what? These are same as nominal, but we have some order. They are following some order. Right? So we can have bad, average, good, excellent. So they are just following some order. So if they are following order, that's the ordinal scale. If they are not, that's a nominal scale. Okay. And in both of them, nominal and ordinal, we can like label the values as well with the numeric numbers. Okay. Now we have interval and ratio scale. What is an interval scale? Which is following all the properties of the ordinal. But the main thing is the difference between the two intervals should be same. It should be a fixed unit. Okay. And the second point is there is no absolute zero and we can only do addition and subtraction. Okay. And ratio scale is what? In which the ratios are meaningful. Okay. Ratios are meaningful and they have an absolute zero. That means the zero represents the absence of a quantity. Okay. And in this we can do every arithmetic operation. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
One.
Yeah. Now
I
I'm
mean,
going to take your doubts.
what the
Ma'am, I
ma'am,
have a doubt.
Yeah.
Will you take doubts by like order of raised hands, please?
ma'am, one doubt.
Yeah, I'm just okay. You have raised your hands.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then. So first is
This is all one week one content, right?
yeah, these are week one content.
Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am. Please.
Okay, just a second. Just let's go with the people who have just raised their hands. Okay. Okay. The first thing is Aditya.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
So, ma'am,
What's your doubt?
like I have two doubts. Phone numbers are also unique. Why not they are considered as cases? Like I can ask, give me the marks of student whose phone number is some 8292, etc.
8292.
I said phone numbers are also unique. Why
Mhm.
not they are considered as cases?
Mhm. But like if you are but see, the main thing is the cases, how can I say?
You took the example in the table. Like you scroll up there is the column of phone number.
Phone
Yes.
number is a nominal data, na?
Like I can say, I can ask, give me the marks of student whose phone number is 829212, etc. Like you asked for the roll number thing, like you asked, give me the marks of the roll number 4. So like we can do for the same for phone number also.
But you usually don't ask that. Like
Okay.
they can be, see, like phone number can be a case, but mostly they are not like in the questions you won't you can say that as a case. But normally we don't ask for the person whose phone number is like that. Like normally in general case we don't do that, right?
It's contextual, like for
Ha.
how we are talking
But
about.
we can consider it as a case if
Okay.
Ma'am, can I leave
because that
if
is
the
only
summary
a
is written?
unique thing. Sorry?
Just another doubt.
Ma'am, can I leave if the summary is written?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
May I go? Like my another doubt.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't understood like absolute zero in regards of interval scale. Why we took example of 0 degree Celsius and what we had to infer about it.
What once again? What?
Like what I didn't understood the thing about absolute zero in regards of interval scale. Like what we were talking about, absolute zero does not exist in regards of interval scale.
See, absolute zero in the sense here zero. Okay, if I'm saying zero, zero means nothing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So I'm here. So in interval scale, no absolute zero in the sense that zero does not mean nothing. It means something. It has some value. So if I'm saying 0 degree Celsius, 0 degree Celsius, that doesn't mean there is no temperature, there is nothing. No energy is there. There is. It's a freezing point, right? It means something, correct? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So that is a no absolute zero. No absolute zero in the sense it does not represent the absence of zero. That zero is representing something. So let's suppose that we can take an example of time. Okay. So if you have seen like on your mobile or something, it's written like at midnight, it's written as zero, right? Like this. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
It's written like this, right? So this zero it does it mean that no time is there? It's just basically that this is the 12 o'clock a.m. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Yeah. So
Yes, ma'am.
this thing is also like a no absolute zero. That means that zero is representing something. It's a 12 a.m. It's showing something. Correct? That's a
Correct, ma'am.
no absolute zero. But in ratio scale, absolute zero means that zero means absence. If I'm saying zero weight, that person is not there. Right? Zero height, that person is not there. Understood?
Understood, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, then. Uh, there are 13 people.
Ma'am, will you take the solve with us sessions?
Sorry.
Ma'am, the solve with us sessions, will you take that?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So yes, Chandan.
ओके मैम मैम मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ मैम कि जो इन्फ्लुएंशियल स्टैटिक्स है मैम उसको हम सैंपल पे परफॉर्म करते हैं ठीक है और मैम डिस्क्रिप्टिव स्टैटिक्स उसको हम परफॉर्म करते हैं सैंपल और पॉपुलेशन पे
2 minutes. Hello.
हाँ हेलो मैम।
Yes.
मैम इन्फ्रेंशियल स्टैटिक्स में हम परफॉर्म करते हैं सैंपल पे, ठीक है। और स्टैटिक्स जो है हम उसको सैंपल और पॉपुलेशन दोनों पे परफॉर्म करते हैं। तो मैम मेरा एक एग्जांपल है, जैसे कि 1000 स्टूडेंट है और ये पॉपुलेशन हो गया, और एक है 100 स्टूडेंट का हम लोग सैंपल निकाल के कंक्लूजन निकाल रहे हैं। ये इन्फ्रेंशियल है, ठीक है मैम। मैम अगर हम 1000 पॉपुलेशन पे हम परफॉर्म करते हैं मैम, ये तो इम्पॉसिबल नहीं है, लेकिन पॉसिबल है ना परफॉर्म करना। अगर हम परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं उससे कंक्लूजन निकाल रहे हैं पॉपुलेशन से, तो मैम ये क्या इन्फ्रेंशियल होगा या डिस्क्रिप्टिव होगा?
तुम पॉपुलेशन खाली 1000 का ले रहे हो, राइट?
यस मैम। मैम समझने के लिए 10,000 का ही ले रहे हैं पॉपुलेशन। मैम परफॉर्म करना इम्पॉसिबल तो नहीं है ना, परफॉर्म तो कर सकते हैं। अगर हम पूरे पॉपुलेशन से हम परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं तो मैम अगर वो उससे कंक्लूजन निकाल रहे हैं तो वो तो एग्जैक्ट तो करेक्ट आएगा मेरा आंसर, कि नहीं ये फिक्स है कि ये होगा ही। लेकिन मैं उससे पॉपुलेशन से कंक्लूजन निकाल रहा हूँ तो मैम ये इन्फ्रेंशियल हो जाएगा या डिस्क्रिप्टिव हो जाएगा?
पॉपुलेशन ही सैंपल की तरह यूज हो रहा है, तो सैंपल ही
यस मैम, पॉपुलेशन को ही हम सैंपल की तरह यूज कर रहे हैं,
हाँ, then
तो ये
it's an inferential.
डिस्क्रिप्टिव।
देन इट इज इन्फ्रेंशियल।
तब तो इन्फ्रेंशियल ही होगा।
Inferential है because
मैम
Directly it
इन्फ्रेंशियल
is
कहता है
sample.
कंक्लूजन निकालना ना मैम। इन्फ्रेंशियल बोल रहा है कंक्लूजन निकाल रहा है, वो मतलब वो प्रिडिक्ट किया गया है, वो 100% एक्यूरेट सही है या नहीं है ये नहीं कह सकते। लेकिन हम सारे पॉपुलेशन पर परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं तो उसमें हम बोल सकते हैं ना कि ये हाँ एग्जैक्ट आंसर यही होगा। तो ये
हाँ,
तो हम कंक्लूजन नहीं निकाल रहे हैं ना, हम करेक्ट आंसर दे रहे हैं कि नहीं ये ट्रू है। ये डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं पॉपुलेशन को, तो ये डिस्क्रिप्टिव
I
हो
think
सकता है सर।
it's
Could be
indirectly
simple.
sample, but not directly population. That's why it's a doubt.
हाँ, so main thing is कि अगर तुम कंक्लूड कर पा रहे हो, ठीक है, तुम कुछ कंक्लूजन निकाल पा रहे हो, अदर देन समराइजिंग, अदर देन उस डेटा के अलग से तुम कुछ और कंक्लूड कर पा रहे हो, तो दैट इज एन इन्फ्रेंशियल स्ट्रैटेजी, ओके। और डिस्क्रिप्टिव इज तुम खाली डेटा को देख के तुम उसको समराइज कर रहे हो, ये मेरा एवरेज निकला है, ये मेरे इतने बच्चे हैं, ठीक
Right.
है, इतने बच्चों का मार्क्स ये है टॉप, और ये है स्टूडेंट जिसका कम मार्क्स आया। तो वो तुम्हारा क्या होता है, जस्ट डिस्क्राइब करो, तो मुझे
रिजल्ट
डेटा
हो
को
जाएगा
देख के
सर।
डिस्क्राइब कर दो, ठीक है।
Yes, sir।
हाँ, बस ये है सिंपल डिफरेंस,
मैम
ठीक है।
और एक
हेलो
डाउट है
मैम।
मैम मेरा। मैम एक और डाउट है मेरा।
हम्म,
मैम मुझे जैसे कोई टेबल दिया हुआ है उसमें इंफॉर्मेशन अगर मिसिंग है या फिर रॉन्ग है, या ये एक वेरिएबल टेबल है और दूसरे वेरिएबल का डेटा मिक्स हो गया है, इधर से उधर हो गया है, तो क्या हम उसको स्ट्रक्चर बोलेंगे या अनस्ट्रक्चर बोलेंगे, या
तुम्हारा
डेटा मिसिंग है या रॉन्ग है?
देखो, डेटा मिसिंग है, दैट्स अ वो डिफरेंट केस होता है, बट तुम्हारा स्ट्रक्चर वाइज उसमें एक मेन थिंग है, तुम्हारा हर एक कॉलम का जो यूनिट होना चाहिए वो सेम होना चाहिए। अगर तुम्हारा एक कॉलम है वेट, तो वेट का अगर तुम्हारा यूनिट किलोग्राम है, तो हर एक यूनिट जो है वो किलोग्राम में होना चाहिए, हर एक थिंग मेजर में होना चाहिए, ठीक है। अगर
मैम
वो
अगर केजी
तुम्हारा,
की जगह पे, अगर केजी की जगह पर वहां पे लीटर हो गया बाई चांस
तो वो गलत
यूनिट,
हुआ
तो
ना,
फिर
वो सही नहीं हुआ।
तो इसीलिए मैं वो पूछ रहा हूँ ना, अगर टेबल है हमारे पास या एक्सेल सीट है उसमें डाटा दिया हुआ है कोई भी चीज, और उसमें या फोन नंबर ही दिया हुआ है, तो 10 डिजिट का फोन नंबर होता है, अगर वो 9 डिजिट है या बाई चांस मिस हो गया है, तो मैम वो ऑन स्ट्रक्चर में होगा या स्ट्रक्चर में, क्योंकि वो टेबल में प्रेजेंट है, कुछ ही डाटा मिसिंग है।
अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड।
तो वो अनस्ट्रक्चर है ना, क्योंकि हमारा वो सेम, हाँ,
हाँ
सेम
मैं
यूनिट नहीं है ना उसका।
हम स्ट्रक्चर्ड डाटा में
मैडम
एरर्स तो हो
मैडम
सकते हैं।
पिन कोड इसे nominal scale yes or not.
ओके, क्लियर हो गया डाउट, चंदन, राइट?
मैम मुझे आवाज नहीं आई।
Hello ma'am.
हेलो।
Ma'am, I have a doubt in discrete and continuous data. Can you please explain by giving some examples?
डिस्क्रिप्टिव एंड
Discrete and continuous data.
discrete and continuous data, okay, so discrete and continuous, discrete का मतलब, discrete is you're having a unique discrete values, right? So let's suppose I'm having values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? I'm having discrete. You can count it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are my discrete
Yes,
values. Or let's suppose I'm
yes,
taking an example of the number of balls I'm having. So the number of balls I can count, right?
yes, ma'am.
So that is a discrete case. Continuous case, you're measuring something, the measuring quantity. So let's suppose the weight, the height, or let's suppose the area or anything which you are
Yeah,
measuring.
temperature.
That is a continuous data. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Regarding it, I want to ask, all continuous data is also discrete data?
How?
कॉन्टिन्यूस डेटा के अंदर फ्रैक्शन पार्ट डेसिमल सब आ रहा है और डिस्क्रीट में आपका होल पार्ट आ रहा है तो कॉन्टिन्यूस में तो होल ऑलरेडी है ना तो वी कैन से कि ऑल कॉन्टिन्यूस डेटा डिस्क्रीट डेटा
No.
कंटिन्यूअस अलग है, डिस्क्रीट अलग
जब
है।
हम कंटिन्यूअस में पॉइंट्स आते हैं और डिस्क्रिप्टिव में पॉइंट्स नहीं आते, मींस अपना सीजीपीए 9.7 मींस पॉइंट आता है कंटिन्यूअस डाटा में, और वो
पॉइंट
डिस्क्रिप्टिव डाटा
पॉइंट
में
या
पॉइंट नहीं
कंपलसरी
आता।
अगर जो हम बोल रहे हैं जैसे
लेट्स मी एक्सप्लेन।
95.0 बोल रहे हैं देन इट इज अ कॉन्टिन्यूअस और डिस्क्रीट डेटा
इट
इफ
कंटिन्यूअस
डेसिमल कंप्लीट मेजरमेंट
Ma'am, what's the difference between
95.0 और 95
is it that continuous data could have fractions? Is that the only difference?
See, the main difference is you can have a discrete data which are in decimal form as well. So it's not necessary that all the decimals are continuous.
Okay.
No. The main thing
Okay.
is if it's a measuring quantity, that's a continuous data. And if the things you can count, okay, you can count the things, then that's a discrete. The main thing is if you can count, that's a discrete. If you can't count, that's a continuous. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Pin code is a nominal data, ma'am.
Thank you,
Nominal
ma'am.
pin code.
Okay.
Madam,
Yes.
pin code is a nominal scale. Yes or no?
Pin code is a nominal.
Pin code.
Yes. Yes.
Right, ma'am. One doubt regarding the ratio scales.
Huh.
So you mentioned this term absolute zero, absence of absolute zero. Could you just explain that once again, please?
See, absolutely. Okay, what you understood about absolute zero, can you tell me?
Well, initially you mentioned that the ratios between between, let's say, two data should have something meaningful. That I understood, but I couldn't really get what you meant by saying absolute zero, absence of absolute zero.
Absolute zero means here if see you can have a quantity, you can have a number as zero as well, right? So that zero means that nothing is there. Absence. Absence means that means if I'm saying that that person is having a weight of 0 kilogram, that means that person is not there, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that is what. So here absolute zero means that zero means nothing. Like the meaning of zero is nothing is there, correct? That is what zero is, correct? So that is absolute zero. And no absolute zero means that zero doesn't mean that nothing is there. It doesn't describe the absence of something. It describes something. It has some meaning in that.
Okay, something like when you mentioned 100 hours.
The time one, right?
Okay.
So
all right.
yeah, correct.
Understood. Yep. Thank you.
Okay.
Ma'am,
may I ask my doubt?
Yeah.
I have attended both TA session of Kaushal sir and Harsh sir. One says that the measurement of angle of degree is ratio, and one says it's not a ratio scale. So I get confused because my stand is if 0 degree we can take as a reference. So it should be interval because 0 degree doesn't mean that it's an absence of angle. So what's your perspective to say that it is a ratio scale or an interval scale?
You're asking about the
Angle of measurement. It is ratio scale or an interval scale because I think Kaushal sir said that it's not a ratio scale and Harsh sir said that it's a ratio scale. And my stand is that 0 degree we can take as a reference. So it doesn't mean that 0 degree is an absence of angle.
It's a 0 degree Celsius. Yeah. The angle is zero. That means it's a continuous
If
angle.
some if someone can solve my doubt.
0 degree is absence of angle, I guess. There is no angle in 0 degree.
But 0 degree is a reference point. I think it is a ratio scale.
0 degree has a 0 degree is equal
Yeah,
to
it's a ratio scale.
0 degree has
0 degree a reference point of angle. It is start from 0 to 90 is acute angle.
But
Yes.
you can say
So,
that the zero degree means no angle exists, because the
Yeah.
definition of absolute zero says that 0 degree zero means no such value exists.
0 degree
What is
means there is no inclination between two lines also.
but there is angle. 0 degree is angle, na?
What angle it
Angle
is?
means the
But
inclination,
there
no
is
inclination
nothing.
between angle, inclination between lines.
Yes.
0 degree means there is something, but it doesn't have any meaning. So we cannot say that it is an angle or something. It doesn't have any meaning, so we just skip it.
0 degree is nothing but just a straight line. That's it.
Yeah.
So what you are concluding that the angle of measurement is a ratio scale.
Ratio scale.
Please confirm that by suggestions of everyone, because I am totally confused with that.
see, this angle of measurement is a ratio scale of measurement because the mistake is we can, let's suppose I'm having two angles, right? We can have a 90 degree and we have 180 degree. So I can say that my 180 degree is a type, twice of 90 degree angle, right?
Yes,
So now,
ma'am.
yeah. So we can have, and 0 degree in the sense it is just 0 degree.
angle?
That's just an angle, right?
Ma'am, if we have like 0 to 90 degree and 90 to 180 degree, then it's ratio. No, it's interval scale. And when we have separate like 0 degree and then 90 degree, then 180 degree, so this is ratio scale.
So basically, you are saying it depends on context, because there
Sorry?
is a question. Basically, you are saying that it depends on context what the question has said to us. If this said that if there is an interval from 0 to 90 and 90 to 180, then we marked as interval. If not, just it's only said that angle of measurement is what type of scale of measurement, so we can mark it as a ratio scale.
Yes.
It's a better way to think about it.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Okay, I'll just confirm this angle of measurement. It should be a ratio scale, but I'll just come up with the reasoning about the zero one. Okay.
Yes, please confirm it, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah.
I have a doubt. Shall I ask?
Yes.
Can we convert interval scale to ratio scale?
Interval to ratio.
Yes, we can convert it. 0 degree Celsius converted in Kelvin. It is an example of interval to ratio scale.
You can also take an example of
which arithmetic? By performing which arithmetic?
I am giving you example of pH. Let's say we have a formula that pH equals to minus log concentration of H plus. So pH 0 doesn't mean that no value exists. So it is an interval scale. But when we convert it into the concentration of H plus minus log, so concentration of H plus is equals to 0, we can say that no hydrogen ions or the molarity of hydrogen ion exists. So it's converted into ratio scale from interval scale. That's what I think.
Practice session, there is a question variables which interval scale of measurement may be converted into ratio scale of measurement by performing addition.
Somebody saying something?
He's trying, but his voice is not.
Yeah.
The same I was having same question related to this one. There was one question in practice.
We are not able to hear you. Okay, let's yeah, then what was your doubt? Can you just say once again? Can you speak? Okay, Lakshan, right? You there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
what's
ma'am.
your
Yes,
doubt?
ma'am. My doubt is, see, time does reduce the Are you on Discord? Huh? Are you on Discord? What? Discord? Bro, what do you want me to be on, bro? I have no idea. Play games. Discord? Yeah. You don't need Discord to play games, do you? No.
Okay, Yashwan, what's your doubt?
That same angle of measurement.
Angle of measurement. Okay, I'll just clear that up. Don't worry. I'll just in the next session I'll just, yeah.
Okay.
Hari,
Yeah, hello. Ma'am, am I audible to you?
who is this?
Yeah, Sohil. Hello.
Okay, just a second. Let me just clear Hari Neesaran doubt. Just a second. Hari, are you there? Okay. Anurag, what's your doubt?
Actually, my doubt is what is qualitative and discrete variable and qualitative and continuous variable? What is the difference?
What?
Qualitative and discrete variable and qualitative and continuous variable. Because there is a question in I think it is non-graded assignment. Number of days a group of students take to finish a school project is a quantitative and discrete variable or quantitative or continuous variable. Like what they mean actually.
Quantitative discrete variable.
Repeat the question.
Yeah, that is the number of days a group of students take to finish a school project is a quantitative and discrete variable or a quantitative or continuous variable.
It's a discrete, right? You're counting the days.
Yeah,
right?
It is a discrete.
Quantitative.
Quantitative and discrete.
Yeah, discrete. Yes, it's
Numerical
discrete.
discrete.
But if we count the days in 1.5 or something, will it be continuous?
That will be continuous.
No, that would be discrete.
Continuous means fractional numbers.
1.5.
But it doesn't mention anywhere that you only have to calculate with the whole number. So if someone just calculated like they took 4.5 days or something.
Yeah, that will be discrete, I think.
Okay.
Okay, Anurag, your doubt is clear?
Counting number is
Actually, I just confused about that. Everyone is telling, so I didn't get the answer.
That's a quantitative and a discrete. See, the number of days you are counting it, right? So that's a discrete thing. Yeah. And the
Counting number
numbers
is
are in
discrete.
discrete, and the numbers are in and those are numbers, right? So that's a numerical quantity. So that's why it is a
Okay, okay.
quantitative data. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's clear. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Hello, ma'am.
Dia. Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Dia, right?
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Ma'am, there was one question in the 1.4 activity, and actually the question says that the color of the hairs, like it were blonde, red, and black. Okay, so you have to say that whether it is ordinal or nominal.
It's nominal.
Nominal. It is named or label.
Yeah, it's
See,
nominal.
the main thing is what's the difference between a nominal and ordinal scale?
Ma'am, ordinal scale has ranking and a meaningful order as
Order,
well.
correct. So
Yes.
the things that you have told me, the colors of the hair, are they in order?
Yes, ma'am.
They are in order.
Or
Yes, ma'am.
How?
no, no, ma'am. It is
No,
not
no.
in
Just
No,
a
order.
ma'am.
second.
There
Just a
is no
second.
order.
Just a
Yeah.
second. Let her speak. Just a second. Yes, Dina.
No, ma'am. Sorry, they are not in order.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just asking you. Not. Okay, so they are not in order, right? So my
Yes.
black, my colors, they are not in order. They don't have any ranks or something, correct? So that's why that's a nominal scale. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So that just see, the thing is when you're doing a question or anything, okay, the main thing is you should know what's the main difference between nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Just go through all the rules of every quantity. Okay. The main difference between nominal and ordinal is in ordinal they follow some order. In nominal they don't follow any order. In interval and ratios we have the ratios are meaningful. In intervals the ratios are not meaningful. They have an absolute zero. We have in an interval we have an absolute zero. So just go by the rules. Okay. Just don't make it complicated. It's just a simple theory. That's it. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah, it's for everyone. It's not for Dia only. It's for everyone. Just don't make it complicated. It's just a simple thing. Just calm your mind and just read the question carefully. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So Dia, if your doubt is clear, you can just put down your hand. Lower your hand. Okay. So anyone else who's having any doubt?
Ma'am, yes, it's a follow-up to Manthan's doubt about the number of days taken by a student to complete a project. You're saying it's discrete but not continuous. But what if a student took about 2.5 days? Then will it be discrete or continuous?
It will be continuous.
I think it
But
will
ma'am,
be discrete because you are counting.
2.5
I
days.
think ma'am should answer this question.
2.5 is not a counting number.
How are you saying
You don't get
2.5?
it.
But
How you are
in a
getting
Actually, it's a
general
follow-up to
Two-
Manthan's doubt.
month end? In the time? No. I'm asking 2.5. What do you mean by 2.5?
2.5 days. Actually,
Like
the question
2 days.
was
Uh,
how many days were taken by a student to complete a project. Okay.
okay.
Then say a student took 1 day, so it's countable. It's a single
Uh-huh.
value, so it's discrete.
So
Suppose if
we can have a
it,
data like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like in 2 days he completed in 3
but
and 4. So you
but
can
a
count it.
student
Correct.
can also complete a project in 2.5 or 3.5 days. That was he was asking.
Like 2 days and a half day, 3 days and a half day, something like that.
Okay. That is also a discrete you can say.
Ma'am, no,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
It is
so
continuous.
I think
It should be a
If
discrete.
2.5 days converted in
yes, ma'am. It
hours,
is
then it
discrete, I
is
guess,
discrete.
because
Yeah, it should
we
be a
count.
you're
Yes,
counting
ma'am.
it actually. Yeah, it should be a
Yes,
discrete.
ma'am. One more doubt about Kelvin scale.
Uh,
Like there is absolute zero in Kelvin scale. You taught. One
in
more thing,
Kelvin.
are ratios meaningful in Kelvin scale? Like 100 Kelvin is twice as hot as 50 Kelvin. Is that correct?
100 Kelvin.
I
Like
meant
I'm not.
ratios are meaningful in Kelvin
I
scale.
think I think it's correct because our absolute zero exists, so we can say that 200 Kelvin is twice of Kelvin.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. That was all.
That's all. Okay. Anything else? Anyone else?
Yes, ma'am, my angle of measurement now.
Angle, yeah, I'll just search on it. The basically the thing is I'm having doubt with the 0 degree. I'll just search on it and we'll let you know in the next lecture. Fine?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. The 0 degree one, I will just clear in the next session. Fine?
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just search
Yes,
on
ma'am.
it
Ma'am, one more
because,
thing.
yes, speak. Yes, Shankar.
मैम ये सब जो डाटा हम लोग को मिलेगा ये सब हम एक्सेल सीट पे बनाएंगे क्या?
कौन सा डेटा?
मैम कोई भी डाटा जो हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं आगे जो हम लोग यूज करेंगे ये सारे एक्सेल सीट के टेबल फॉर्म में बनेगा और फिर एनालिसिस होगा।
हाँ, करेक्ट।
तो हम लोग को एक्सेल सीट के हिसाब से मतलब मैपिंग करके पढ़ना चाहिए कि क्या चीज करनी। मैम मेन वर्क हम लोग का एक्सेल सीट से जुड़ा रहा है।
हाँ, तो जैसे हाँ, तो लाइक अगर तुम कुछ भी डेटा वगैरह हम कलेक्ट करते हैं तो उसको हम एक्सेल शीट में ही करते हैं ताकि वो हमें इजी पड़ता है, राइट? अगर हमें कुछ भी एनालिसिस करना है, समराइज कुछ कुछ भी हमें कुछ भी उसमें से निकालना है, एवरेज निकालना है, मीन वगैरह निकालना है, तो हम एक्सेल से ज्यादा इजी पड़ता है, राइट?
यस मैम।
हाँ, तो ज्यादातर एक्सेल में इसी वजह से होता है।
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Yes.
There was a question of variables with interval scale of measurement may be converted into ratio scale of measuring by performing. There was multiple options like addition, operation, subtraction, multiplication. So the correct answer was subtraction option operation.
Yes.
So can you please just explain me this one?
Okay. Okay. The main thing is between interval and ratio, the zero thing is zero is the main difference, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So if let's suppose I'm having two, let's suppose uh, there is a movie and there are two persons who are rating it. Okay. So from 1 to 5, they have to rate it. So one person has rated it. Okay.
Mm.
Yes.
So let's suppose I'm having two persons, A, B. Okay. One person has like he is rating it. Okay, let's suppose I'm having two movies, A and B, and the people have to rate it from 1 to 5. Okay, so they have put 1, 2, 4, 2, 1. So these are the ratings. And the for the second movie, they have put one other ratings as uh, 1, 1, 3, 1, let's suppose 1, something like that. So these is the rating. Okay. Now, the main thing is in ratio scale that it should have a 0, correct? Yes
Yeah.
or no? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Now, if you see here, if we add it, and in the interval you can just add and subtract, correct? These are the two operations that you can do, correct? Okay. So if you add, are you getting any 0?
No.
No, right? But by subtraction only you can have 0, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's why in interval, so if you have to convert an interval to ratio, you will have to subtract. Okay, so here we have 0, we have 1, 1, 1, 0, like that. Okay, so this is a ratio scale of measure. Okay, so by subtraction only, the main thing is here we can't have a 0, here we have a 0, right? So that's the main difference. So we are just getting into that. Okay.
Okay. With regarding this, I have one more doubt. See, the thing is, let's say if we are taking another example like temperature, right? So, if we are calculating the temperature in Kelvin, like 273 Kelvin, right? Which if I taking a ratio, so the ratio should be, let's say I'm taking that as twice 273, its twice will be around 546. Okay. So is it like it's twice like 273 Kelvin is twice hot twice hotter like 573 degree 546 Kelvin, or like 100 degrees Celsius or 0 degree 50 degrees Celsius will be same?
See, the 100
like that.
degrees in Celsius and Fahrenheit, you can't say, right? You can't say that 40 degrees was as hot as 20, right? You can't say that.
Hmm.
So, but in Kelvin, I'm not sure. I'll just have to look into it.
But both the same thing, no? But that temperature. Let's say we are not considering in Celsius or Fahrenheit, but let's say if we're considering the same situation in Kelvin. So 273 Kelvin means 0 degrees Celsius. Let's say if I'm taking a twice, like I'm adding twice 273 more. So there will be any kind of material or the product which is the thing which is having 273 boiling point or whatever the temperature will be. So 273 plus 273. So almost 546. So is it, we can say that it is twice hotter than 273 Kelvin of 546. So there is a contradiction between this one, I think. So with regarding of this, so the question which I asked you, and so it's not getting that. It's basically uh, both the thing is different. If we're adding subtract, yes.
I think we cannot compare feeling like something is hotter than someone. So, like I feel cold in 0 degrees Celsius, suppose that, and you feel cold at -1 degree Celsius. So we both have different level of feeling and comparison. So we cannot compare interval scale.
But we are considering Kelvin as a ratio scale. So we should not consider Kelvin as a ratio scale.
Okay. The thing is, in ratio scale, just hold first. Just hold on a second. Hello? Yeah. So the main thing is, if you just remember the definitions of ratio, it is following all the properties of an interval scale, correct? And the main thing is the ratios are meaningful in the ratio scale. And okay, so if you see here, the temperature is basically an interval scale of measurement, but except the Kelvin. Why Kelvin is not an interval scale? Because in that the zero is it is having an absolute zero property. Okay, that is only the main thing. Because in 0 Kelvin means the like there is no energy or there is no temperature or nothing. That's why it is considered as a ratio scale of measurement. Okay, that's the main thing. Okay, you can't say the temperature itself is an interval scale, but we have an exception of Kelvin because Kelvin has an absolute zero property. That's it. Because of that only, it's a ratio scale. Okay, it is following the
Okay.
properties of interval, but because of the absolute zero, it is following the ratio scale property. Okay, is it fine?
Yes.
So we can
Yes, ma'am.
consider Kelvin as an exception.
Yeah, correct. It's an exception. Fine. Okay, Sneha, what's your doubt?
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Ma'am, someone had asked if all the students fortunately get full mark out of full marks, then is it valuable or not?
Everybody is getting full marks. Right?
Can you repeat, please, ma'am?
No, I'm asking that you just said that everyone is having the same marks, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so it's not a variable, it's a constant thing, right? Because each of the data is having same marks. So that column is not varying. It's same, it's constant. So it's not a variable.
अगर मैं वैरी कर रहा है तो हम उसे केस में भी नहीं लेंगे.
No, it won't be a case.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
यूनिक वैल्यू खोजकर फिर उसे केस में लेना होगा, फिर एनालिसिस करना होगा.
Is it done?
Yes.
Anything else?
मैम एग्जाम में हमें जैसे डाटा टेबल बना हुआ मिलेगा या फिर हम लोग को बनाना पड़ेगा?
नहीं, तुम्हें कुछ नहीं बनाना. तुमने असाइनमेंट क्वेश्चंस किए, प्रैक्टिस असाइनमेंट.
यस मैम.
या तो इसी तरह के क्वेश्चंस आएंगे.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच मैम.
मैम स्कोर शो नहीं कर रहे हैं एक्टिविटी क्वेश्चन के.
एक्टिविटी क्वेश्चंस के
Ma'am,
yes.
may I know where will you upload this the doc of today?
I will be uploading it in the supplementary content. But do I have to upload this? Because okay, I'll just upload it.
Can you just upload it, ma'am?
Yeah, I'll upload it.
But where will you upload it, ma'am?
In the supplementary content.
Supplementary content
In the supplementary content, there will be a category as live session. It's not there, but by tomorrow it will be added. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thanks,
Okay.
ma'am.
Ma'am, I have a thing to say.
Yes.
Ma'am, first of all, your teaching was awesome. I really understood a lot. But the thing is, when we ask doubts, sometimes we speak at the same time, so doubts get lost. And even when we raised thumbs, it was not even followed in order. That was the issue, I guess. But your teaching was still great, I guess.
Yeah, the main thing is, see, there are many students, right? So we have to handle in online, handling all of these students it's not that easy work, correct? So sometimes you see, this is the first session, and after that, you will just I will
Yes,
also
ma'am.
get into it with the students and everything, right?
Yeah, thanks a lot, ma'am, for that. You are
Yeah.
handling us
Yes,
in,
ma'am.
in a very nice way. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's what. So this is the first
Yeah,
day.
yes.
So I just got used to those students. I get to
Yes.
know who are the students and what are the
Yes,
doubts, what type of doubts they are getting, right? So the next
Yeah.
session, I will be more careful,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Me, yes.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
With time, we will.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So
Yes.
today's session was fine.
Still, ma'am.
Everybody understood?
Great teaching today.
Yes, ma'am. Great session.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Yes, ma'am, it was great.
Okay, then. My speed was
Awesome,
okay?
ma'am.
Was it slow?
Yes,
Slow
ma'am.
or fast?
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Okay,
Thanks a lot,
so
ma'am.
okay, it's already 10. You all had dinner?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What
Not
about
really.
Okay. Now
Yeah.
the people are going to have dinner then. Those who didn't
Yes,
have.
ma'am.
Yeah,
God.
thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks,
Okay.
ma'am.
Have a
Thank
great
you,
time.
ma'am.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye. Good night, ma'am.
Bye, good night.
Yes, ma'am.
मैम आप कहाँ
Thank
से
you,
हो?
ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
हाँ,
कहाँ से हो आप?
मैं दिल्ली से।
यस मैम, आप
दिल्ली
दिल्ली. ओके मैम, गुड नाइट.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Good night.
Yes, ma'am.
Good night, ma'am.
Okay.
Good
See
night.
you
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a nice day.
Yeah. See you in the next session. Bye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.